All right, hey world, it's me, Elay, Elay, pronounced like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy, and I am doing my first ever music magazine review. Yay! You will not be able to see me, but you'll see my hands though as I turn the pages. My first review magazine I have is Mojo Music Magazine September 2018 edition, and it's featuring Prince. My husband actually brought this in for me because I was actually today going to do start off with Rolling Stones music magazine, and then he came in and was like, "Babe, look what I found." And I'm like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Prince." And then I quickly went just like this and was like, "Oh, and it's current too. Pretty much current. It's this year." So this is the cover, and it's got includes 15 tracks. Now he found this, so the CD didn't come. The CD wasn't included in here, but that's okay because for future reference, all I have to do is order a back edition, knowing that a beautiful CD was in here. So not only is it informative to know that, it's cool to know that you guys will know too if you haven't picked up your copy of Mojo. I believe you can buy this instead of having to search all around the store and across the land. You can get it from Barnes and Nobles, I think, and it should come enclosed with the package, the plastic packaging, so it won't get stolen. I need to zoom out. I'm wondering if this will let me zoom out. I'm actually live, so bear with me. I'm holding the camera while I talk. So here it is, Mojo Magazine, new and improved. He wanted to be king of the world. Prince, inside his musical revolution, the war on drugs, superstars for desperate souls, and all of this cool stuff is packed into here. Look at this beautiful cover. I decided to paint my fingernails purple too. Um, this is great, and even down here, it's like, what does it say? And please inform your news agent. For copyright reasons, the CD is not available in some overseas territories. That's terrible. I'm opening it up and you'll see a beautiful spread here, HMV, Home of Entertainment, in store online. You guys, I really like looking through magazines. I also days, so fresh out of high school, going into college, so I was pretty much a late teen in my 19s, early teens. I used to get a lot of Vibe magazines when they issued them monthly, and they kind of stopped, because I really would have liked to start with Vibe magazine. I have some older back editions, so I'll eventually get around to those. But I felt it was meant for me to do this one. There he is right there. And you know what? Come to think about it, look at his eyes and how his face is. He's looking like, hmm. You know what? That guy from Coming to America? I bet you he was trying to look like him because Prince looked like this when that Coming to America movie came out. So that guy on the Soul Glow bottle with that terrible afro, who, wanted to marry the McDowell's manager's daughter, he tried to look like him. And it's so sad because he was so ugly. I'm like, girl, bye. I'm so glad she didn't marry him in that movie. He was stupid. And his hair was a mess. But yeah, I think that's who they tried to have the Soul Glow guy look at now that I'm seeing this cover of him. So they have Prince right here, smack dab, basically in the front. It's a beautiful picture. I've never seen it before. Well placed. Prince had, it says Prince had these doubts and human, Revolution Bassett Mark Brown, page 56. I'll show you the features. You guys, if you don't like reading books or anything like this is issue 298. I recommend picking up a magazine because to me magazines are just like musical graphic novels, because some people do like to read, but they would prefer to read a graphic novel. You still learn stuff, you still have concepts, and there are big words in there too. You still can expand your mind or your mental palette by reading a graphic novel. And with magazines, I feel the same way. I feel it's easier for me to learn more out of a magazine than to just sit up there and watch music TV all day, because it's harder for me to remember those things. But when it's in a magazine form, it's easier because I could just take my time and read. Who is this right here? I had to bring it up. Who is that? It says Swamp Dog on Love, Loss, and Auto Tune. What goes on? Page Swamp Dog? SWAMP? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. There's Snoop Dogg. I've never heard of Swamp Dogg. And I know of a Nate Dogg. This guy is apparently wearing like a pinkish purple. That could be the lights reflecting off of that. I've never heard of him. My best to hold the camera steady too. I didn't figure out how to hook up my makeshift tripod to do this. Oh, look at it. White denim. What is that? Is that a name of a group? I know, I just like the jacket. Let's zoom in on there. Still playing 5 songs at once. White Denim lead album 84. Oh, so many goodies. Okay, so what I need to do is get to the Prince article first. He is featuring on page 56. So I'll shimmy over to 56. And this is pretty much how I go through magazines. It's like candy. It's like, where do I start first? Gimme, gimme, gimme. So since I am, this is my first time, I'll go to the first. Page 56. Wait a minute, they say 49. Some of these pages are sticking together. Okay. Oh, look, y'all. Okay, you see that? You see that picture back there with the lady with the blue eyes and the red lips? My mom had that same exact poster, I think. She had it when we lived in an apartment. She had her Prince posters behind the door in the living room, and then next to it was like this record player. She had all these Prince albums and stuff. I thought that was so cool. I thought it was cool. My mom liked music like that back then, and had like a mini wall, like a shrine just of the people she liked listening to music to, and most of the pictures was Prince. So I'm like, oh, my mama listen to music like this. I still to this day can't get over it. It's amazing, you know. Wow. So here are all the wonderful people, and there's Prince in his awesome outfit. That is nice. I could rock that. Look at it. It's got all those pretty embellishments in there. Let's look at the heels. Now he wore some nice heels too. So I bet you they were comfortable, because it seemed like all he wore was heels. I don't recall ever seeing Prince in sneakers. So I wonder what type of padding he used. You know, it had to be comfortable. If I could figure out what type of padding Prince wore in his shoes and his heels, my goodness. You know, I would copy, because I like high heels too, but those suckers are uncomfortable after a while. I don't care. You know, you're like, oh my goodness, I need to take these things off. My heel hurt. So I'm gonna read this part to you guys. It's got between 1982 and 1986, Prince scaled a peak. He was the biggest pop star and the world's most admired musician. As a previously unreleased 1983 recording session sheds new light on his mastery, Mojo talks to the Revolution, the Salt and Pepper, Fleetwood Mac, who, wow, I like that. Wow, that's slick. Who shared his rise and now carry his torch for a rare glimpse into the soul of the Purple Emperor. Prince had all these doubts and insecurities, they tell Stevie Chick. He was a human, you know. Picture by Zari Williams. Zari Williams, good picture, because I was just immediately drawn to it. Look at the placement. And for you to even think to put that iconic picture of that face with the red lip, white bottom, and those blue purplish eyes, that meant a lot. You know, it's a strong statement. You guys, when you're, whew, buying these albums and stuff, make sure you pay attention to not only just the lyrics but the pictures, because sometimes with music you can only cram so much in music. You can only cram so much in an album, a complete album compilation. And as an artist, you want to put everything in regards to the theme of that album into that particular project that's being released. So I urge you to not only listen to the words but look at their attire, look at the artwork behind it, because everything means something. They're sharing their world with you as much as possible with the limited amount that they are given. Now, for example, Drake and The Weeknd, and there was somebody else who did like 1,000 track release. So you're gonna hear like the first chapter of their life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my gosh, it's like their Bible. It's like, oh my goodness, there's 1,000 songs on here, but they're all good. Sticking to the point, I really don't even want to turn the page, y'all. This page, this white backdrop, it just brings back so many memories of me first really being introduced into the world of music, and it was through my mom, because this poster, wow, it's just a good place. It don't take me down memory lane, that meaning like I wish I was a kid again or wishing the music would return. It's just history for me, cuz I know Prince got his music intrigue from someone from his era when he was growing up. But what I'm saying is, when I was growing up, Prince was in. I was born in 84. So this is my stepping stone. This is where my music intrigue started with him. And people like that. So that's what I say. They say never forget your past. So my past started with Prince. So anybody before Prince, I really couldn't tell you too much because they weren't introduced into my world until I got older. I'm turning the page. Oh my gosh, look at this. See, I'm so happy. I waited until I got my YouTube and stuff set up and I had some free time to share this magazine with you guys. I wanted the reactions to be just raw and authentic. So I'm looking at this at the same time as you are. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now, this picture here, it reminds me of a video. I'm not sure which one it is. You guys just drop those comments down below, because the more I know, I make the next video, I'll be a little bit more educated. This girl right here, look at that outfit. Look how the stripes go down. It reminds me of that ribbon packaging that you get for Christmas. It looks just like that real fancy ribbon that comes in those thicker rolls. And that's pretty. It's like they made the packaging out of her suit out of that. And of course there's Prince, and that's like a crushed velvet type of deal. And it's neat because his hair is like made out of the same texture of his suit. And even the frillies, everything is one. His hair, that thing, and his suit, it's all got this soft, wavy pattern. Even with her hair complements everything. The reflectors in her hair, the reflectors in this suit, these embellishments of the flowers bounce off and reflect her hair, that her hair touches her hair, so they're one. And then that scarf matches that. So everyone's linked. That's beautiful. So right down here it's got he was born Prince. He was self-conscious and an exhibitionist at the same time. Wendy Melvin. And in the center here, we've got Prince for You, Prince. Look at his hair right there. That's like his real hair, I think, before he's actually started processing it. It I think that was his hair before he got the curly thing. Now, guys, is that a perm that Prince did to his hair? How did he make his hair that wavy? I know guys back then wore curly wigs too, but some guys did do some type of chemical processing to get their hair like that. I'm asking because it's pretty, and For future references, what could I do to get my hair that curly? Because curls are pretty too. And then that's him right here. I don't remember this one too much. He's in like a Speedo. Not sure what that single is. So okay, it's got like Oklahoma Stadium, Japan, September 9th, 1986. It's the last night of Prince and the Revolution's Parade Tour, and the typical epic 30-song set is studded with the hits that secure Prince his hard-won crossover success. You guys, this guy did a 30-song set, and it was 1986, and he had 30 songs that took him to where he is. So can you imagine just how amazing that concert was? 30 songs. Okay, the set list served as a celebration of Prince's polymorphous genius, funk, soul, rock and roll, and the sweetest pop in all the palm of his lace-gloved hand. It is also a tribute to the skills of the Revolution, the band who had helped him establish a place alongside Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Bruce Springsteen in the phantom in the fan I think fandom of 80s megastorm. I think that word is, I'm not sure. I'll show it to you. Pantheon. How do you pronounce that? Phantom. Regardless of the fact, just like I was saying, the people who started in you got uh Prince's ball rolling as far as music inspiration. It says here the Revolution, the band who have helped him establish a place alongside, of course, Michael Jackson's, Madonna, Bruce Springsteen. That's beautiful to know because they're acknowledging that he didn't forget where he came from and the people who helped him along the way. Prince is a hodgepodge of menagerie when it comes to the creative realm of music and art. Prince reminds me of myself because he didn't give a what when it came to art. Art is magic at its purest form, and it's so innocent because you can express it any way. Music should not be classified as one category, but it's got to be sometimes in order for classification's sake when searching for something, but to have your music and yourself personally be classified into one category of music and say this is me is wrong. Music is outside the box, inside the box, not a box at all. But music is music, and I believe Prince is the of music. So if you were to look up what is music, his face should be that. Um, let's see what else I can read in here. I don't want to read the whole thing because I suggest you buy the magazine, but I am really having fun with this. What I'll do is show you more of this wonderful picture and read the little description up there of what it's saying. I don't want to accidentally shut the computer off. Let's see here. It says the beautiful ones dressed up for rehearsal for the Purple Rain tour. Okay, so this picture is for the Purple Rain tour. The beautiful ones dressed up for rehearsals for the Purple Rain tour 1984 from left. Bobby Z, Lisa, Dr. Fink, Wendy, Prince, and Brown Mark. Wonderful group of people. Nice representation of teamwork, group work, even though I'm quite sure they argued amongst themselves when it was time to throw down the play. They didn't let that get in the way. One band, one sound. Turning the page. Wow, look at this picture here. It actually instantly reminded me of Blaze of Glory. It was a pose that this guy did on there for Blaze of Glory. I think the guy who played the Napoleon Dynamite scene. This actually instantly reminded me of him from Blaze of Glory. Right here. Nice. Well, look at this outfit here. That's different. And I'll wear that too. Let me fix the lighting. Maybe I should bring the lighting down because I'm catching so many glares. The sun has set over here in this side of town for me, so I cannot rely on beautiful sunlight anymore. I had to totally rely on this lamp that I have. And I'm trying to prevent glares, and I'm not sure how to. Oh, there we go. Do it. Look at that picture. Wow. I could say with this picture, I see his mother. I definitely see his mom 100%. Okay, 98%. That I see his mom captured into this. It's crazy when you see people, you see them for who they are. Certain pictures, you can see their parents. You know, the two of them in one flesh. Look at that. You can really see his mom in that picture. And then there's some wild pictures when he's just off the wall. You're like, oh, that's his daddy. I can see his dad. It's so neat. It's just proof that it took two people to create him, not just one person. It's pretty neat. Um, Out of mess, magic is made. Out of mess, beauty is made. So I think he did a good job with his life because I don't know his background, but according to Purple Rain, it was hell to pay. So I think he did the best he knew how. And right here with this picture, it says, "Let's go crazy." Prince takes Purple Rain to the stage, clockwise from the left. We've got um Wembley, August 14th, 1986, Fabulous Forum. Inglewood, California, February 19th, 85, the tour in 85, London club gig. After Wembley, 86, Escaping from the Media. Prince, July 2nd, 1986, Below, Controversy, and Pivotal, 1999. Look at the transitions. They were subtle. They weren't drastic. Some artists come out, you do expect a change, you do expect some growth between one album to the next, but sometimes I feel the mistake is that they want to show that they've grown between one album to the next, that they changed their appearance too fast. So you gotta kind of transition slowly if you want to be out here a long time working your musical job dream. There was a racism thing, the world as I knew it. What? There was a racism race thing. I'm not sure the word. I like the writing. Racism thing. He would as I knew it and took for granted. He didn't feel him. There was a race. What is that, guys? Help me out. It's so fancy. Racism thing. The world as I knew it and took for granted. He didn't feel open to him. Bobby Z. I need to find that so I can see exactly what he was referring to. I need to see where they pulled that quote up from which paragraph. By late 1979, Prince and his band were playing their first club showcases, and in early 1980 joined Rick James as the opening act for his 38-date Fire Up tour. Prince spending every night trying to upstage the veteran Funketeer. Rick tried to befriend Prince, but back then Prince was very anti-drugs, anti-alcohol, and Rick was coming on every night, drinking Cavassier and smoking pot. It turned Prince off. Wow. Uh, the tour was a success, but there was an unrest within the ranks. Andre and Dez saw the band as a temporary thing. They made no bones about it, says Rifkin. Their focus was their solo careers. Yeah, that's one thing about joining a band or a group. Eventually, someone's gonna want to break from there. You have to be always keep that in the back of your mind, and don't get sour about it. You always have to plan ahead for the future because bands usually don't last forever. People do want to be independent after a while. So have your stuff ready too. Or just enjoy the ride and don't get sour when um it's over and someone's still shining. Chapman was the first to go, supposedly offended by the racier content of Prince's new song. Her replacement was Lisa Coleman, whose father had been a member of the legendary session Musos, the Wrecking Crew, and who was teaching piano in Elay when the invitation to audition arrived. He picked me up at Minneapolis Airport. remembers Coleman. We were both so quiet, so shy. It almost didn't work out. He got a bad vibe off me. Thought I was a big hippie girl. But then I started playing piano, and he grabbed his guitar and joined me. That's nice. So they had a vibe. Seems like Prince was touchy feely, which is very good to be. You gotta have your feelers on because you don't want to get taken advantage of. Look at that artwork on the 1999 cover. Is that for the single right there, guys? You Prince fans out there, is that the single for that specific song, or is that the complete album cover artwork for that embodiment of the record that came out? Look at, he's got a Prince. Wow. Love Thy Neighbor. Do You Believe in God? President something, gun control. He was, look at that. I'm going to assume that was the controversial controversy one right there, because look at all the heavier statements he's got behind him. Neat. This is him. I feel is one of the more iconic pictures of him at the piano, because there's a lot of artists out there who play the piano, but there's only few who actually play the piano. Number one, Elton John. Number two, Prince. Number one, Prince. Number two, Elton John. Interchangeably gifted. So I will have to put one and one. They both get first place, and I'm not doing that to be politically correct. I could never, unfortunately, compare Alicia Keys to those two guys who play the piano, because she plays, but she don't become one with it like Elton John and Prince do. And it's like, I don't even want to play piano, and they don't make me want to play piano when I watch them. They just make me want to be music. When I watch like Alicia Keys play piano, or just, like a Pharrell Williams throw some beats down real quick on a track, or Kanye West. Kanye West is good too, so I can't say that. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody who can play piano is gifted, but they don't make me want to play piano. I'm just happy to hear their music, buy their albums, and support them. No shade. But with these two gifts and talents, such as Elton John and Prince playing the piano, I want to simply be the music. I won't want to be like, oh, I want to play piano like them because they're good. I want to be more in tune with the music. I want to be like how they are with the music. It's great. You could tell that they really love the music. That's why they have so much staying power. Oh, look at this. I'll read part of this. This caught my attention. It says, jam sessions lasted 10 hours, says Brown. It was ridiculous. But Prince was like this mad scientist, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Sometimes he'd be in this playful mood, and Prince was really a funny guy. But when he was in serious mode, he was a drill sergeant. We became like machines. That's how he groomed us to be. And I'm going to skip down and read something else. Instead, Prince invited Lisa's girlfriend, Wendy Melvin, to play guitar at the soundtrack. Melvin, also the daughter of a crack wrecking crew sessioneer, was a fan of Prince's long before Coleman joined his group. I couldn't believe it, remembers Melvin. Prince hired Lisa Coleman to be in his band, this hippie classical musician who studied Heinz Hindmith. Here's the word. Can you help me pronounce it, guys? It says Hind Hindmith. And then I heard dig into Prince's vault, hits a rich vein. Look at this here. Is this something current of Prince? Wow, what does that say? Piano and microphone. Major keys. The first dig into Prince's vault hits a rich vein. The first per, the first per, post posthumous release from Prince's. Oh gosh, these big old words. See, that's what I mean. When you're reading magazines, even though it's about music, they throw some really archaic words at you. So that's good. It says the first posthumous release from Prince's Brobdingnagian store of unreleased studio and live material. What is? How do you pronounce that, guys? I'm going to try to sound it out. Sound it out. It says um Brobe Ding. Wow, that's an incredibly cool looking word. I don't think I've seen it before. It's just as interesting as his music, which is why I think they're throwing these fun looking bouncy words in here. Whoever wrote this article did a good job because they tried to embody everything about Prince in this article. Just like I was saying how an artist tries to embody everything into their album release, from not only the words but to the placement of the art. The person who wrote this article is doing that with these well-rounded words. That's good. Good for you. That's somewhere I'm going to have to pull out my dictionary and thesaurus for. The first posthumous release for Prince's Brog Brobdingnagian store of unreleased studio and live material arrives on September 21st. Fans will already have experienced the super intimate solo gospel workout, Mary Don't You Weep, first streamed, that would have been Prince's 60th birthday, June 7th, but piano and a microphone. 1983 harbors many more revelations, including early sketches of Purple Rain, International Lover, and Strange Relationship, all recorded in one uninterrupted session on the bog standard audio cassette in Prince's Kiowa Trail home studio in Chanhassen. It's a compelling peek, but an unexpected start to the vault mining, giving the mountain of posture available recordings. Now, you guys, I'm stumbling through these words, but I'm happy because that means these are unfamiliar words that I've heard of, but I'm embracing it too. I'm just letting you know if you don't have to know how to pronounce all these words, but it's worth to try. But I do urge to underline them or write them on the side if you're not gonna look them up right away. So I'm believing this picture here is, it says Prince and piano and piano and the microphone. The words underneath there seem so tiny, but I tried to piano and the microphone. Yup, that's it. Prince piano and the microphone, 1983. Have anybody heard that yet? I heard on the radio that it came out. I actually heard it on. It's not called Good Morning America. I get those two morning shows mixed up, but the America show with Gail, that's the one I like, and that's where they announced that his album had allegedly been unearthed and released. Down in the center here we have, oh, I remember seeing this, but I don't think I had an idea that this is related to Prince. This picture here, I think I saw it when my mom and my sister lived in an apartment. This particular picture. I don't think I made the connection that it had anything to do with Prince though, but I do remember seeing that. And of course this one. That's real nice. I think somebody's got a tattoo of this on their arm. I'll have to go through the internet again, but I wouldn't be surprised. I where is it? This picture. I'll turn it to the side so you can really see. Am I doing that right? Okay, I'm trying to turn the magazine to show you not. Don't turn the camera, turn the magazine, girl. Duh. Okay, here it is. I remember this. I don't think I really cared too much that he looked like a boy and a girl. I don't think I really made a big fuss over it. It didn't even come into my attention that, people were saying he was something. It only came into my attention because I started hearing people talk about him in hushed undertones opposed to just saying he's a good artist. I started hearing all this side talk about him. So it is taught, guys. Like discrimination is taught because I just saw that he was a boy and he was cute. Sizes. I didn't know guys could be that little and be a grown man. I didn't know. I was a tiny kid, so but I didn't know about all this other mean stuff people said about Prince, and I still don't acknowledge it in the way that I'm going to use it to judge him. Let's say that his music is good. He wore really nice clothes, and I wish my hair was good like his. Period. Like, man, when this guy's music is awesome. This here in the purple says he knew Michael Jackson was watching. He walked up to him. We got him. Dr. Fink. Wow, where is that at? Wow. It's so much to read in this magazine. It's so much, and I'm already half hour in. And I'm just, talking about this particular article. You guys, this magazine is awesome. I suggest that you order a subscription. The picture placements and everything. I will read here. I will start reading from here. The 2 year hiatus plan lasted only a couple of days, but mooted European and Australia Japan legs of the Purple Rain tour were nixed. He was bored of Purple Rain the day after the tour began, says Rivikin. He wanted to get on to the next thing. The next thing was the diverse and psychedelic Around the World in a Day, which hit shelves in April 1985, barely 10 months after Purple Rain, another group effort. The album even features Revolution siblings. We were always trying to turn Prince on to music he'd not heard, says Melvin. One day, Lisa and I took him out to the car and played him this track our brother Jonathan Melvin and David Coleman had done. With all these Arabic instruments, the psychedelic melody, and I could tell Prince had found himself a new direction. It don't take much, guys, to get your next idea. It takes an open mind. Because if he didn't want to go with his friends to the car, something as simple as that, he wouldn't have gotten another pathway to making his next music album. This picture says here, Baby, I'm a Star in Los Angeles, 1984. Hey, my birth year. 84 babies. Whoop, whoop. Baby, I'm a Star in Los Angeles, 1984. Insets opposite. Mold breakers around the world in a day. 85. Purple Rain, 84. Parade, 86. And Sign of the Times. Okay, I'm starting to understand it now. So, let's say, I'm going to assume what I'm understanding from that caption. This picture here is mold breakers around the world in the day, 85. This is uh, Purple Rain, 84. That's that. Okay. Around the World in a Day is this album. And now that they say Around the World, that do make sense because I didn't know what my mom was talking about around the world. Because I didn't see a picture of a world on there. So I wasn't making the connection. So I could have heard the music, but I didn't understand that that particular music was coming from this album. Purple Rain from 84. This is Parade. I heard my mom talking to her sisters about this one. And Sign of the Times. That's a cover too? Let me look at it some more. It's an empty stage. Oh, there's one person. Oh, there he is. There's Prince right there. He's blending in like those weird spooky 3D pictures where you have to stare at them and then the picture jumps out at you. That's him. There he is. He's right there in your face. He's one of those people. Ooh, what is this? This Despite these deepening fault lines, the Revolution agree that their next album, Parade, was a high point. This was the most meaningful era. His most significant songwriting, says Melvin. He had a different command of himself. Yeah, he was turning into more of a man. I think he always was when people judged him and made him stay stuck. But he was always one. What's in the vault? Oh my gosh. There's a couple more pages. 10 unreleased Prince recordings we're hoping will see the light of day, and soon. Soul Mining by Danny Elkston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these are the 10 unreleased Prince recordings we're hoping will see the light of day. One is called here, let me fix it. One is called Lisa, Cocoa Boys, Come Electric Tuesday. Oh, that's gonna be nice because look how Electra is spelled. Let me fix the glare. Electra is spelled with the um Ktra. Purple Music, White Girls, Big Tall Wall, Paisley Park, Rebirth of the Flesh, Junk Music. I think a lot of people are gonna gravitate to the Paisley Park one first. So with the Lisa track, Prince goes. I'm gonna assume these are the descriptions to the feel of the music that will um be released. It says Lisa, Prince goes Donna Summer in this Motor Risque Techno Disco, Moan from 1980, named for recently recruited keyboardist Lisa Coleman. Not the last time he named a song after her. Weirdly great, though you can see why it didn't make Dirty Mind. Tell your man he'll understand. Lisa, let's go. We bet he won't. Mmm. Mmm. Like I said. Ha! This music. The number 2, Cocoa Boys. Spooky cloud core floats above Prince's mythological, hmm, mythological, mythological. Wow. Take 6. Cocoa Boy's description says spooky cloud chords float above Prince's mythologizing ballad of the band lyric and the growly cousin of the sign of the times bass riff. Okay? Bunker scatting adds to the pile up of strangeness, possibly intended for nixed. That's how you spell that word, Nixd. I thought it was K. Nixd, 1986 musical, The Dawn. Okay? If there's ever a Prince, the art rock album, this should be the lead off track. Okay, so Cocoa Boys, the art rock album, this should be the lead off track. It's nothing like a lead off track on the album to get you going for the rest of the music. Come Electric Tuesdays, irresistibly syncopated, parliament embedded lope, arguably a cousin of Love Sexy I Know, pays tribute to said, wow, these large words. Come Electric Tuesday, irresistibly syncopated parliament in depth lope, arguably a cousin of Love Sexy I Know, pays tribute to said Pulch Pultrich Doneless Electra, with a movie star attitude and Jane Harlow's attributes. Recorded in May 1985 at Hollywood Sunset Sound with Portuguese Jill Jones on backing vocals. Can Oh, I didn't see. Oh, this next song is called Just from Listening to Your Music That You and I Are So Exactly Alike, despite the lace majestic miles designed to add horn. Only for Prince to block its release for the next years. Free it now. Hmm. I'm wondering what story this 10-track album will tell. Because even in these few descriptions I've read about these tracks alone, it's heavy. It's a mouthful. A chapter. Each track is like a chapter, and each of these tracks from this particular album is going to be heavy. It's like I'm going to need my highlighter out, my notepad, and my pencils and pens to take some side notes to dig deeper into the meaning. It's going to be heavy. Purple Music, Relentless 10-minute up tempo 1982 hypercorrective synth bass line and built-in manifesto. Don't need no reefer, don't need cocaine. Purple Music does the same to my brain. Exactly. Revisited in stunning solo jazz piano style on Prince's 2016 piano and a microphone tour, but renamed Welcome to the Freedom Galaxy. Now that whole description, especially when it topped it off with Welcome to the Freedom Galaxy, I instantly saw Miguel. That's kind of like the realm of music he falls into with me, especially with the one CD with the Coffee in the Morning, that album right there. I feel that with this description of Purple Music, I think that's more or less Miguel's type of music. His music is good too, but that album with Coffee in the Morning, to me, based on this Purple Music track, is the reflection of that right there. That album was great too. Um, the next track we've got on here with Mr. Prince is White Girls. Mark Brown's vote for an early vault release. This epic 22-minute 1984 jam features runs by Prince or Wendy? Question mark. Plus excursions into ice cream castles, erotic cities, and stone. Don't call me the N word. Whitey then ace guitar solo. This time a la Jimmy. Fugue, steak, funk, rock, thrills a go go. Okay, this also reminds me of another Miguel track from his latest CD, and it's with the actually got a song where he's talking about candy, and then but yeah, this description reminds me of this white girl's song reminds me of a song that Miguel's got in his newest album. I can hear the song in my head where it's like it's gonna be alright. Shoes. I'm not sure if you're getting what I'm getting on here. Track reminds me of a Miguel song from his newest album. And gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Oh, that's nice. Dun 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 dun. I wanna know something. Track for Prince is gonna have that vibe. Big, tall, white. Wendy Melvin remembers this minimum 86 electro funk popper stacked with daring counter melodic background vocals as a doozy. 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 It's an amazing pop song. Okay, it's a pop song. It's got a great hook, He's singing his A off. The lyric, I'm gonna build a big tall wall, stone circle so you can't get out, is a weird threat aimed at recently departed Amor Susanna Melvin. Wow, that's a nice description too. Paisley Parks description. Bananas 1984 instrumental. That's nothing like the song on Around the World in a Day. Built on a nutty Yamaha DXZ squiggle. It could be a Frank Zappa piss take of your take of synth pop or Mark Mothersboro TV theme, with found sound of his kids in a swing park thrown in for good measure. Okay. Paisley Park. So it's just gonna be strictly instrumental. And I'm picturing towards the end of it, it's gonna have a lot of big breaks. Breaks meaning there's gonna be you know, pace like that, kind of harsh paces towards the end. I'm figuring that you'll be able to catch a groove to it, but the groove is going to be weird. You're going to have to kind of find that off groove. I'm feeling that's how that's going to be. Good description on these songs, guys. It's really giving me a visual on how this album is going to be. You've got a way with words as well. Rebirth of the Flesh, Pure Dance with plentiful allusions to a new boogie crew, once so highly rated by Prince that it looked likely to open the Camille and Crystal Ball albums, which were ultimately thrown over in favor of Sign of the Times, a terrific 1988 rehearsal version was released as part of a NPG Music Club download in 2001. What? Okay, I'm curious. So, if anything, if I were to get this CD, I believe I would have to start with the Rebirth of the Flesh. That would be my starter track because I'm curious to see how it got overlooked for Sign of the Times. I need to hear that first. And Junk Music. Tell me how it is, guys, because it should be out now. Junk Music. Finally, another ensemble jam, a 19-minute blow from January 5th, 1986, and in that it features Wendy and Lisa, plus Sheila E. on percussion and Livy Sacher Jr. on bass, constitutes a traditional phase between Revolution and New Power Generation bands. Wow. Mind blown. That paragraph alone. Did you hear what this journalist said about this junk music? I didn't even finish the paragraph. Another ensemble jam, a 19-minute blow from January 5th, 19, and in that it features Wendy and Lisa plus Sheila E. on percussion and Levi Sacher Jr. on bass, constitutes a traditional phase between Revolution and New Power Generation bands. This track is going to be explosive. Prince is on, it's like Stitch set the stage on fire explosive. Junk music. Prince is on totally badass drums, but the real star is actually saxophonist and tour manager Eric Lee. So yeah, you guys, I definitely recommend you get on that ASAP. 10 unreleased Prince recordings. We're hoping we'll see the light of day. This is me, LA understood. Pronounce LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy recommending that you drop everything and get that CD. Band grooving and moving. It says the revolution now from left. We've got it says here the revolution now. From left, Mark Brown, Matt Dr. Fink, ex singer, yup, Stokey Williams, Wendy Melvin front, Bobby Z, Rita Coleman. Yup. Nice voices coming together. That guy always sticks out because his hair never changes. Don't know his name, but it's like I know him by his hair. Then one of the mint condition person. Let me see here. Mint condition singer. Yup, Stokey Williams. Okay. The only way he could communicate was by playing an instrument. Outside of that, it was difficult. They're referring to Prince. And now I read that again. The only way he could communicate was by playing an instrument. Outside of it was difficult. I am a writer. Right now, under my belt, I have 7 books published and at least 18 unfinished books. And I can relate to that because there's times when I have a difficult time expressing myself verbally to people, but if I can just get it down on hand on the paper, I can say exactly what I mean, especially if it's something very, 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 very important. I can do that. And my husband's really cool with that because sometimes he'll ask me something I'm not sure how to articulate it right. Meaning, I want it to come up right so we can understand what I'm saying. So if I'm unsure, I'll write it down and it comes out exactly how I said it in my mind. So that's the end of the article. So what I'll do now is, ooh, look it. That's back in the saddle. Amy Winehouse takes the ruins in St. Lucia, 2008. Y'all, they're killing me. I didn't know that was in here. You guys, you have got to get this Mojo Magazine September 28th, 2018 edition. It is cram packed with so much stuff. I'm going to flip through this page from beginning to end just to show you microfilm what's in here. I can spend hours reading magazines. It's just so many things in here. So guys, parents or whatever, whoever's watching this, if you know someone who you are trying to encourage to read, because reading is powerful, pick up a music magazine. You know, because see how I'm struggling with the words is good because it's unfamiliar words, the more words I get to learn and try to put in sentences. Pick up a magazine and read. Not learn only are you learning about music, you're learning about people. And it's like mini biographies, you know, if you don't want to go to the library and read a biography, hello. If you don't want to read a biography, a big one, you can at least get a magazine and read about who's ever on the main cover to learn from their mistakes. It was cool because I interviewed someone maybe 2 years ago at our library. I had to find that article. I was at our library and I interviewed someone, and he said that his favorite books were biographies because he got to learn from their mistakes. So that's how he learned a lot of his lessons. If I can remember where that article is, I'll have to pull it back up on Facebook so you guys can read it again. Um, but it's true. It's true. If you don't want to read any self-help books, how about biographies of your favorite rappers or singers or dancers? Because they will tell you where they messed up at, so you won't do it too. What goes on, the hot news and bizarre stories from Planet Mojo. Look at these guys. Albert Fleetwood Mac 1969 from left. You've got John McVie, Danny Kerwin, Peter Green, Jeremy Spencer, Mick Fleetwood. Inserts from the above, you've got Kerwin Mac's B-side Jigsaw Puzzle Blues. Their 71 album featured games. Look at that beautiful album. It's got a fidget spinner in the middle. Oh man, and even the way they're dressed is so plain and simple. Danny gave Peter Green a new lease of life, says Jeremy Spencer. Oh snap! Pants on the ground, look, pants on the ground, pants on the ground, pants on the ground. Come get your daddy, pants on the ground. Anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen, because old MacDonald is don't had a farm and is now in the magazine. Let's see what it says. It's gonna be big unless I shoot the president. Nah, that makes sales triple. Swamp Dog. Oh my gosh, y'all, that's him. That is he. Let me turn back to show you the digital receipt. This guy here. I'm like, okay, is this it says Swamp Dog on Love, Loss, and Auto Tune. What goes on page 17? I can't believe I made it to page 17 that quick. And lo and behold, somebody with a big Buddha belly. It's him. So apparently he's done something to turn some heads to making it to a World renowned magazine, gut rockin' tonight. Swamp Dogg turned upside down by auto tune. Acid R&B trickster Swamp Dogg talks his new Policia Bon Lever powered LP Love Lost and auto tune. Okay. And it says I chose that name because Jerry Williams just sound empty as SHIT, he says. You can't really scream the name Jerry, but you can scream Swamp Dog! Total Destruction wasn't a chart hit. Nobody was playing blues records. William grumbles, blacks had gotten pseudo sophisticated. They were like, actually, I'd like to hear Ahmad Jamal. Aw, and word, give me a break, would earn him a cult following. He's never stopped working since running his own Swamp Dogg Entertainment Group label and releasing albums like 1973's Gag a Maggot, 1991 Surfing in Harlem, and 2019 Yuletide Classic, An Awful Christmas, and A Lousy New Year. He'd already got his eye on the next release. I cut an album with my mother, who died age 93 a few years back, he says. She used to open for me, and people loved her. I'm gonna get Justin and Ryan to listen to it and see if they can't turn it upside down like they did my album. Well, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm struggling up here reading words to a wonderful magazine, and that didn't stop me from making this video and add it to my collection of YouTube videos. And his belly and his age sure didn't stop him from becoming a success. So come on, people, get out there and do something. Oh, look at this album here, Danny Curran. That's a nice cover. It's playful. And I will buy the album simply because the album art is clean, and I will display it in my music room. You guys, album art is everything. Don't just slap a album together and not think about how you want the album art to look, because some people just like who buy books to how the cover looks. Because it's fun. Yes, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but if you have some spending cash and you want to just go out and shop for music, try different things, the art is going to gravitate you first to even want to pick it up, and then they'll read what the tracks, if the tracks sound like heavy hitters or not. Album art is everything. It's more important than a stupid Instagram selfie. Oh boy, that's a whole nother ball of wax, but we're talking about the wonderful world of music and how therapeutic it can be and is. Look at all these wonderful people, like all walks of life. This magazine, hey girl, is showing everybody. It's not just showing rap and rock, it's just showing all the music sandwiched in between, and the art tells it. It's real diverse. This is a good magazine to pick up. Look at all these wonderful people who are in the world of music. There's room for everybody and every style of music. A beat like a ton of coal. Dr. Fontana shows how it should be done. Insert with Elvis and radio recorders. Hollywood laying down a take of Jailhouse Rock, May 1978. See that? So you do learn things because they bridge the past with the present, which is why I like magazines better, because it constantly reminds me where music comes from, instead of just reading current magazines with who's in now, who's in now, who's in now, you'll forget. This magazine, it allows you to remember. So once again, here is a plug for them right here. Subscribe to 2 years of Mojo for the price of one. I bet it's best to do that when they have these wonderful subscriptions like that. They do make good presents. Subscribe today and benefit from 2 years for the price of one. Free delivery straight to your door or instant download to your digital device. I don't like the digital magazines because I like to touch my magazines and highlight and read and fold them and even tear them out to make posters. So I recommend you order a subscription so that you can actually touch. And it's fun because when you want mail, people still like getting mail opposed to just getting stupid bills. Why not order a subscription to Mojo Magazine and know that at least once a month or however these are coming out, You've got this coming. So one day when you open your mailbox, you've got a magazine, and it's not filled with bad news of stupid bills. I highly recommend magazines and newspapers. Look at Mojo interview here. Hey, buddy. The ultimate guitar guru on surviving Doncaster, jamming with Jimmy, teaching Miles in the Wakachuka, and pioneering spirituality. For 6 decades, pursuits are the bane of humanity. Notes John McLaughlin. McLaughlin, sincerely. Interview by Ben Thompson. Portrait by Tom Sheeman. Good job, guys. And in here is showing more pictures of his life. Guys, I need to speed it up. I'm still going on. That's a nice picture. I've got alright. I've got arthritis, but the only thing I have no problem with is this guitar. Isn't that far out? I'm a writer, and my hands feel like they get a mild set of carpal tunnel when I hold the pencil or pen, but I love to write. I completely feel what he's saying. The axeman cometh after I did my guitar. Concerto Miles said, John, now you can die. John McClellan, not dead yet. Estado Still Road, London, W10 May 29, 2018. I guess that was his hit that he was like, amazing. Outlaws Incorporated, 50 years. Trojan Records has taken expert strength, Jamaican music to the world. It's a story of racy sleeves, killer tunes, and Wild West business moves. And in the middle, artists breaking new ground, if not always getting their due. We are young and adventurous, fearless even, they tell David Katz. So I guarantee you, if you don't know much about music but like music, pick up these magazines, take you around the world, and as fast as you can soak up this music. You can roll up the magazine, put it in your pocket, take it anywhere. It's a music magazine, so if you're embarrassed about people knowing you read, you can easily get away with bringing a magazine because it's totally different from a book. So guys, pick up a magazine and take it with you. Keep you interested. They've got male role models in here, female role models, and nowadays they're really encouraging you to just follow your dream and be yourself. So I'll probably do a separate video about that. I like magazines for that reason because I had some dark times in my life too. And when I couldn't listen to music, at least I had my music magazines. And I would just spend hours in my room. Here, I'm on here for an hour and I'm just talking to you guys, and I haven't even made it literally through the half of the magazine yet. And there's so much to look at. The pictures, the words, you know, just reading it. It's great. It took my mind. Oh, there's that jacket. There's that jacket. Look at the patches on there. Patches are back too, so that's cool. So this jacket is a good idea. Oh, my leg fell asleep. Ah, yo! I don't fall over into the fall over into the camera. My leg fell asleep. Oh, my leg. My leg. Oh, okay, space station. Austin Cult Heroes, high energy collision of genres and ideas. It's like spinning the dial on the car radio. David Fricke turns in on a fast, exhilarating, unpredictable ride. Illustration by Jane Sanders, White Denim. The first thing you hear on Performance, the seventh or the eighth studio album by the indie rock whirlwind, White Denim, depending on how you tabulate their chaotic discography, is the unmistakable spasm of car radio roulette, an imaginary hand spinning that dashboard knob, tearing through static and frequencies for the right fuel to drive. If that's not a wonderful description of how this CD is going to be, then I don't know what is. I want to get it just because that alone. Whoever wrote this article, you sure sold me. Sounds great. I am really feeling the patches, the patchwork. Who did this? Somebody let me know. Look at the patchwork on this album cover. Simple stitching. I can look at this for at least a good 10 minutes. Just this picture alone. Oh, look at the cloud. Someday soon, someone will buy my album, even if I'm behind bars. No one knows that I'm the son of Ronald McDonald. Don't quote me on that. It says, no clowning around. White denims James Petrali gets serious. He's getting serious, y'all. Oh man, magazines are wonderful. But I do want to get ready to wrap this up. I'm getting hungry, and all I brought with me are things to drink. No alcohol. I have Mountain Dew. And I have some V8 Splash juice. My husband bought some V8 Splash juice for us, and it's pretty darn good. I told him I was so used to the old V8 tomato juice. So it's a relief that they have other things. Cause I mean, it's girl, let's go and get us some tomato juice. Wow, really? You, you know, wow, coffee, tea. Oh, look at this picture. Look at this picture here. Filter album. It's filled with so much stuff in the background. Hard Rock Idols document here and now. Make sure I show everyone. Hey guys. You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby. Planet Rock. Mojo Magazine. Mojo Music Magazine. Mojo Jojo Music Magazine. Whatever you want. Remastered on vinyl, the Fanny's 5 Creation Era album spans status quo boogie with harmony pop gold by Danny Elkston. Oh man, that's gonna be good. Look at this. It's gonna be awesome. You guys, music is everything. It's musical language. That's a groovy picture. It never gets old when you see artists posing in an alley. Alleys change over time. Let me turn back. Alleys change. An alley is an alley, but as time progresses, they still change. Look at those buildings, and that's what I mean by it changed. Look at the pavement. Look at the bricks. Look at the framing of the windows. Alleys change. Study the magazine. You'll learn so much. Ah, put some clothes on. Up the Creek Allman Brothers Band, 1969, from Left Barry Oaker. Get out of the way, little live bar, so y'all can see these people. Up the Creek, the Allman Brothers Band, 1969, from Left Barry Oakley, Butch Truck Standing. With nothing on. Jamie Johnson, Greg Allman, Dwayne Allman, Dickie Betts. The Allman Brothers Band, the Daddies of Southern Rock. They touch on all types of music here. I'm going to show you this picture too. Looks like they're at some type of fire station, but behind that's not a fire station. That's all their roadie stuff. But look at how it's bejeweled. They were bejeweling stuff before bejeweled was even a thing. Hey, lady. I'm gonna assume she's from New Orleans. That red ready to serve rice. Ah, burr, 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 burr. You can't be stereotyping our people, LA. Put some respect on our people. Hurricane Rescue, now New Orleans musical community bounce back from Katrina. Oh man, it says here Unbroken Spirits New Orleans dance queen Jennifer Jones, JJ, with the Dirty Dozen Brass Band. Inserts from the top. Dr. John Irma Thomas, rice ready to serve on. I knew that's from New Orleans. Use some of that Zatarans ready to serve money. Put your towel back in order. Okay, can't believe I said. He's like, so wait, Dance Society. Former talking head keeps the message upbeat in London. Danny Excellence Esselton feels the brine. Well, Danny E, contact me. Pronunciation of your name. Oh, and down here it says for these people, it says his description says he moves and swivels and bops. David Bryan at the Hammersmith Apollo. Wow, June 19th, 2018. This is recent. June 19th, 2018 at the Hammersmith Apollo. I had no idea this was current because look at the background. It's so late 70s-ish. And the contrast of this picture looks dated too, but this is current, so I'm assuming they did that to show you the sound he's presenting, which is that error. Okay, I got you. I'm about to wrap it up, guys. Taking a walk with me, a journey with me through this awesome magazine. Oh, look at this ad archive. One text and you're hooched. Sweet gassy and 5% of the alcohol craze of the mid 90s begins in earnest. Go on down 6 of them and try and fight the Ben Laurie. So I'm going to assume that's the alcoholic beverage. Ad archive 1994. I wonder if they still make that. He's like, try this, you'll be talking through your teeth like me. Tweaking hard. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, girl. Ooh. Well, guys, look at those. Those are nice. Oh, they actually have pockets, too. That's cool. Those look comfortable. I wonder if they have a line for women. And then look at these LCD towers. Oh, and then here you can get you some rock gear. It's like basically a hot topic ordering catalog back here in the back of these magazines. Hot Topic, but even more are in these magazines. So I like these magazines because you can get like things like this. This is rockabilia.com. So if you want to order a catalog, you just write them and it simply says for Rockabilia. For a free catalog, visit rockabilia.com, call the number, or write. Get your music on. Hello, Goodbye, Peter Centra in Chicago. And then it's going to close it out with the wonderful Beatles. Looks like in a digitally remastered photo cover. And that's the end. Once again, my name is Elay. City, I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Signing off. Thank you for joining me for my first live music magazine vlog entry. And I can't wait to do the next one. It might be Rolling Stones, but my husband might surprise me and find another wonderful magazine again. We'll see. Comment, subscribe, and share. Bye.